Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lost everyone. I killed the mood. I'm gonna go again. I'll just get the early games out of the way, I think. Honestly, I don't even have to play Trick Scarf, but I can't be able to go back to the PC. Since no one cares about the VOD for early matches, which I know, I can put on some music though. It's okay. I've totally forgotten. I don't think I can pay attention. Honestly, I should have just led Garchomp. Honestly, with speed up and set knowledge, I think it might be easier for me to play this. Yeah, I know. I've played the early rounds a lot. It's fine. The Garchomp games go quickly, at least. It doesn't really matter if the first 50 games are a bit too slow. The early rounds of the tower actually still have smart AI. Really, you break it. It just upsets me because it was a really good streak. And there were a lot of really well played moments. And it's going to be remembered for skill swap Viperia. That's going to be the most watched clip by far. It's fine, that's the right Reggie. I know, it's just really dumb. It's Dustclops. Wow, you survived +4 as well. This Reggie runs no attack, doesn't it? I run 4, okay. I'm fully in. I was like, what? Wait, what? I'm completely in old T mode where I click Thunderwave on most games. I'm still completely in that mode. What do you mean it's a critical hit? It's impossible. It's Viperia 1. only Milo one in the back. I guess it's a good time to reflect on if I want to change anything about the team. One of the deadliest rounds there is with the set 1 trainers. A lot of these are unironically scarier than the 31 IV gang. It's nice to have quick games at least. 500 shouldn't take very long. Unless I lose, which seems likely. The thing I was considering was dropping skill swap for Destiny Bond. Sorry, not skill swap, trick. Dropping trick for Destiny Bond. It's Tentacle 1. I see two major options for the second streak. The first one is that I play it very slowly. And the second one is I play it very fast. I think there's no way I'm doing it like I did before. Like 2 hours a day. About 70 games a day. I don't think I'm doing that again. Yeah, I could just do a massive degen grind, basically. Or not even grind it, but if I play for much longer sessions. I don't even trick on Lax Incense though, because most of those Pokemon can freeze me or get a crit against me anyway. Like, trick is not used very much on Mismagius. It's definitely the rarest click by an order of magnitude. Trick was supposed to be about accuracy item removal, but then it ended up never working out like that in games. It's more about quick claw removal and life orb removal and choice item removal. And most choice sets, I actually can't remove it anyway. Just gonna let it crit me if it crits me. The headache of Registeel is I have to mentally manage how much HP I think it has. Like, I'm playing terribly if I only react to the sub being broken. I have to predict the sub being broken in advance. If you play Registeel like that, it becomes incredibly difficult. But if you play Registeel like an idiot, it's like the easiest thing ever. No hypercutter makes it easy. Cloudcatcher, that's set 2. Why did I do that? I keep entering automatic mode. I'm forgetting that I'm playing a different team. And that I don't click Thunderwave on turn 1 most of the time. It's got Blaze, I can't resub anyway. Oh, I'd forgotten about this interaction as well. Don't worry, this team got 2,300 somehow, so I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Dragonite 4. Fuck you. And it's a crit. That's slightly scary. And that's a crit too. Fuck you, Dragonite 4. I can't I can't predict when it's gonna break. There it goes. On the crit. It's probably safest for me to kill this. What do I look process for? I think it's fine. The crits need to stop. That's gonna break it too. That crit didn't matter. It's a brancher. It's life orbed. It's Raichu 4. It's Chase. It's set free. Hello, Drapion. It's Crest 4 lead. It's Ice Beam every time. Where are you? Luckily, Substitute always escapes the trapping move. Nice crit. 5 armor. Hopefully I don't see you for a very long time. Veteran, it's Heracross free. Probopass free is going to break my sub for sure. It's amazing how fast the games are. Alakazam 1 just dodged 2 Iron Heads with its freaking Bright Powder. It's Credilli 2. It's over. That streak is over. Hopefully this is not Rapidash free. What was that? Yeah. The nice thing about this team is that a shocking number of games are free. Yep. Diana, aren't you going to spend Valentine's with your boyfriend on a call or something? It's not that you have to go, I'm just wondering. It's Rampardos 4. What does this team go against Rampardos for again? It's another Earthquake or Iron or Head Smash. Nice crit. It's Typhlosion 4. I might park it at the end of this, whatever it is. 63, hopefully. Whoops. Well, I pay for that price. What did I take? These glasses. That's not good. I'm guessing that was a roll. Good news was that if Espeon gets that roll, I still get the full setup. What am I doing? The number of autopilot T-waves is going to kill me. To wait for that to break the sub. It's not. It's definitely not hustle. That's so cursed. Luckily, Garchomp wins. Hey, Alexi. I just misordered. Got confused, misordered something. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I'm playing early rounds. This is like therapy. Yeah, what upsets me is that people are going to remember the streak for the misplay. It's alright. I'm not that upset. I'm just like mellow. There was an insanely unlucky game, which I won, and then I lost that next one. Not next one, but a little bit later. Yeah, I always use Trick on Rhyperior because I always reasoned that I exchanged the Focus Sash for Rhyperior free. But in that game, I was thinking about Rhyperior 1. I was like, oh, I want to check that it's not that before I Memento and lock myself out of Raw. So I did Skill Swap, then I did Trick, and then I was like, oh, every time I Trick, I always pivot through Drapion to save health, just in case Latias gets crit. But I'd Skill Swap, so it just used Earthquake. I don't know if the team can go the distance, is the problem. Like, I think 2.1k was a lucky run. I don't know. If I felt like I could get the world record, I would do it again. Absolutely. I'd just go again. I think it would take no misplays again, but also good luck. It needs to be lucky. There's just too many moments where you can lose. But yeah, this Registeel team is incredibly difficult to play perfectly. It's very similar to Factory. I'm sure you feel the same way, but when I think about my like Gen 4 level 50 Factory run, I can't imagine myself ever beating that without an insane grind, because it's just, that one was so lucky. There's just so many times where I didn't get the really shit luck. It's not like that in level 100. I think I could beat the level 100 Factory record that I hold already. I think I could beat that without too many tries, but the amount of luck when like Factory gets really grinded out. Finding optimal plays, exactly. I'm happy with how the run went in terms of how do I say this? I feel like there's a lot of games where without playing a lot better, without playing really well, you lose. Like the Lucario game, the Yanmega game. There was a Lapras Jinx game today. I'm feeling like a worse player would lose all of those games. 2.5k is just so much, though. I know. The problem is, I don't know how I got stuck into this. I've never really gone for records. I've always just, because I play Factory just to play Factory. I just like trying to play well and trying to find good lines in Factory. And it's the same in Castle, and it's the same in Arcade, kind of. But I feel like I got very close in Tower just now, and it's going to be painful. Even though it was never like my stated goal. It's gonna prey on my mind, I think. Yeah, probably Arcade first. Arcade singles world record before Tower, I think. I said to a lot of people, I would much rather lose it like 1k something than lose at 2k before the record. And I think the thing that's very difficult to explain is people look at it and say, "Why are you going fast? Why are you misplaying?" I'm like, when you first start playing the team, you find a lot of how to play well, and you find a lot of optimal lines, and you learn a lot about facing different opponents, and you get better. The problem is, I've already gone through that stage. I faced most leads like 20, 30 times. A lot of leads I've already faced like that number of times, and it's just smearing. I can't. It would actually hurt me to try and like force myself to go slowly, because I just get bored. Oh, it's difficult. Fucking hell. This is not a safe team. Unfortunately, the problem with this team is there are turns. I know you know this. There are turns with Gen 4 where if you make the wrong play, you're dead. You're just dead. It's over. But yeah, if I'm totally candid about it, I'm happy because it's the longest streamed run of Tower. In any generation, 2.1k. So I have that. It's the longest streamed Tower run. The longest streamed Tower run, and I think I'm not sure if anyone else will play Tower on stream a lot in any gen, but if they ever do, I feel like that will reveal certain things I feel like about the leaderboards, which people might not understand in terms of I hate how crit weak this team is. The only problem with the Gen 3 tower is that I don't think I'd be playing anything very original. There's a lot of stalling out. I don't know. There's the Gen 3 tower records, a lot of them, I'm not sure if I really believe them, to be honest. I lost to Rhyperia. But the, I don't know how interesting the, like, playing the current tower team, playing a DDD's team is you're either going to lose to some really shit luck on Skarmory, like really, really shit luck, or you're going to lose to one of the mixed Focus Punch sets, getting lucky against Blissey, which is unlikely to happen, or you're going to lose because you try and sweep with Latios and you like get Quick Claw by Metagross. It's a bummer. I don't know. Gen 4's like that. I don't know what the best team in Gen 4 is, to be honest. I'm probably going to not play my team until the streak's quite big again, though. Play some other teams. Otherwise, I will actually get bored out of my mind, and I won't be able to complete a game. I don't know. But the, I'll be honest, like, the second tower record, I'll just say this, I don't believe it. It's just how I feel. I know some people do and some people don't. The 1.6k or whatever, I just don't believe it. That team is not a 1.6k team at all. I don't think it really should be on. I don't think it should be on the leaderboard. That's how I honestly feel about it. But it's never really been questions, I guess, so. No, Gen 3. The Gen 3. I don't know about the Gen 4 world record of 2.5k. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a very long streak. The Gen 3 team is Gyarados. The Gen 3 team is Latias, Gyarados, Registeel. I really don't think that's legit. Like, I really think that's about 8 times longer than it should be. It's a cripple team, but it doesn't have Trick. What's next on the playlist? The thing about Skarm Bliss in the tower is that you kind of wall everything. Like, there's a very short list of things you can't deal with, and you just use Whirlwind on them. And even after that, Carmine Latios low-key has a winning matchup in most 1v3s. Yeah, the Lightning team is quite fun. That team's quite good. It's not perfect, but that team's quite good. It's one of those things where the stream, if there were more streams and there are more people who stream in the future, we will learn stuff. Like, I think people will discover what a DDD's team is actually like and what other teams are actually like when you play them. And then people can draw their own conclusions on how likely they think the records are. The only thing that makes me the thing that upsets me about Dome is it was broken by tools. Which is cool. It's fun that it's like that, but it's a little bit like the Buddy in the factory, except way, way, way better than the Buddy. It's way, way, way better than the Buddy, to be clear. and it's like it is still skillful, but I don't know how I feel about it really. Um, a DDD's team in Dome. Oh, the Suicune team is this the Carmine Suicune team where you're slower than Raikou. Yeah. Shuckle 2's funny. The problem I have though is, I'm not saying the problem I have is that um, everything that isn't streamed, it, I sound paranoid when I say this. Everything that isn't streamed can be cheated. It's like, let's say there was a Gen 4 tower singles team that's better than mine, and it could get 3k, and it's like actually really good. It's still, just because it can get 3k doesn't mean someone played it for 3,000 games without ever making a big mistake. Like, that's a very different thing. Which is why we're looking to we're doing what we're doing in Gen 4. We're going to have different leaderboards. I've basically left Smogon at this point. I've left all the Smogon stuff behind. I want us to focus on having streamed leaderboards and not change anything about Smogon. Smogon can stay the same, but we'll have our own stream leaderboards. Yeah, I mean, I lost to something really, really dumb today. I could totally just go back and like bring up a save state of like 2.1k and just continue. And you'd never know. Apart from, I can just yeah, it's just honor. It's just honor. Yeah, I don't know. I'm streaming to be transparent. If I make a mistake, you'll see it. It's rough though. Really glad the factories are being cheese. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, yeah. Because there are a few people who joined your Discord, and I'm not calling anyone out, who immediately started doing well, and like, I think there might have been like a little bit of suspicion, maybe, I don't know. But then like they started streaming and like, oh yeah, no, this person's legit. I can't think of anyone in Gen 3 Factory who's been like claimed like a really big number, but then been terrible at playing, which is nice. It could happen though. It could definitely happen. There's unfortunately there's no way to block it apart from asking people to stream. I think the problem is basically how powerful cheating is. So saying like how many people have ever played Gen 3 Factory and been on like Smogon? Like maybe 100. But like if 1%, if one person out of 100 cheats, they're probably going to get the world record because cheating is just so powerful. That's what's rough. And it's the same with the tower. It's like the tower could have 500 legit players and 2 cheaters, and those cheaters would probably end up in the top 5 because, of course, they would. They're cheating, right? Hey, Raiders. That's a lot. I agree, Alexi. It would be Like low effort cheating in Gen 3, that would be really difficult. You'd have to get past some people who really know what they're talking about. So yeah, it wouldn't be low effort cheating, it would have to be high effort. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sort of playing. It's like a therapy win streak. I'm barely paying attention. Bum, bum. Might just check that I've been counting the streak correctly so far. Oh, it's so long to get back there. Like even if I play as fast as I can, it's going to be like 90 hours. Oh, I was saying at Oxy, I was saying that I think I've got to do, if I do another tower streak, I want to do it differently, which probably means either going very slowly or very fast. Like doing like very short, infrequent streams on tower, or being like sit down 6 hours of tower, boom, let's play like 300 games. Yeah, I'm thinking that instead of like, because how I played up until now, I've done like 40 or 50 streams of like 2 hours each, which is a good amount to not throw, but it just drags. It's difficult to describe. It affects my day-to-day life, thinking about, I've got to spend 2 hours tonight streaming tower, and I hate it. It's not like streaming Factory where I really enjoy it, or streaming Arcade where I enjoy it. It's like, oh no, I've got to do my 2 hours of tower. I've just hated it. Actually missed what that was. What's that power herb? It's Pashu Berry. Okay. Moltres 1. Well, the funny thing is, LOXC, remember how I told you I was working on the Gen 4 Factory video, the guide, and I'm like a month late on it because of the tower. All my free time goes into tower. The problem is it's easier to stream than it is to open the editor. So that's what I've been doing. A lot of my free time has gone towards tower stuff. It's like, I didn't promise anyone the Factory video. I don't have to do it. But it was like a goal, and I've just sort of let it slip. So I feel bad about it. Yeah, honestly, it's a good and a bad thing. It's like it's difficult with tower because I've reached such a level of subconscious knowledge on how the team works that I could barely pay attention and still play. I just wish there was a slightly faster team, and this is the fastest team I know that isn't slow. That really 2 shots, huh? This is dangerous. Normally it spams much more hammer arm than this. You can use it. I mean, honestly, LOXC, Scar and Bliss, I can tell you because I have about 700 games with that team. Scar and Bliss is so strong, you could run almost anything as a sweeper, and you would very rarely run into a problem with it. Like, you could run Carmine Espeon. What would change? Almost nothing. I think Latios and Latias, definitely the best. They're the most self-sufficient, and they're the most helpful with the mixed fire and electric types with like random focus punch that give Scar and Bliss a tiny bit of trouble. But yeah, you could run almost anything in the third slot as long as it could kill Pokemon, and it would work because Scar and Bliss can PP stall basically everything. He did. There's a lot of he made a load of posts about that. It's basically basically the thing is you so consistently set up that the most important thing becomes winning once you've set up. And Latios is just better at that because it's got 20 more special attack. That's the short version. Like, would it matter? I think Latios over Latias might matter about 1 in 1,000 games, and you'd still probably win. So yeah, I don't know if it matters. Have you seen Action's team with Dusclops instead of Latios? That might be better. It's a lot harder to play though. It's very complicated. It might be slightly better. I've played quite a lot of that too last year. Yeah, you run Curse, and Dusclops can help on stalling out some of the Pokemon with very strong fighting moves. That's very complicated though. It's really important to count PP correctly all the time, and Dusclops has pressure, which makes it slightly more complicated. And you have to keep Dusclops at certain health values, and the game plan changes based on the opponent's class. Yeah, it's basically you put the opponent into like checkmate and then you curse. It's fun for like 20 games. Yeah. That's the kind of thing where if someone said they got 3K with that off stream, I would say I don't believe you, and it's not, and it wouldn't be because I didn't think they were smart enough. It would be because I think the chance of never messing up with that team or never mispositioning is vanishingly small. Um, so that's the kind of stream I'm like you have. If there was a record with that team, I'd be like you have to stream it because I'm never going to believe it otherwise. Or did I wait, Alexi? I need to show you my. Like, I need to finish this. Let's get rid of this. I need to show you my stall team. It's so funny. I was thinking about playing it. I think I was thinking about playing it as I got closer to record because it's safer, but slower. My Gen 4 stall team, which is Aerodactyl, Suicune, Breloom, and it's got 1 attack, which is Icy Wind. Yeah, there's a idea to run Pain Split instead of Rest, but then you really, really have to babysit Dusclops. It's got pros and it's you make most Pain Split makes most matches a lot harder for no reason, but occasionally can be useful. Scarm 4, thank God it's Scarm 4 and not Scarm 1. Dragonite 1. Yeah, exactly. That's Dusclops fixes the hole in the team. The hole is kind of not that important anyway, but I don't know. I've accidentally pressed something to change the screen size. Okay. Yeah, I said a bit in the castle video I did, but like I think people don't understand what the skill is for like really, really long streaks, like over 1,000. It's not the same as being a good player. It's like they're totally different skills. And I find it suspicious when certain people talk about it as if it doesn't matter. Like it feels weird. It's Hariyama free. Oh, that's cursed. That's really cursed. That's really cursed. At least I've still got Garchomp, potentially. There's so much stuff can go wrong with this team, it's quite funny. Yeah, exactly. Like factory, I can never. I mean, maybe someone will do 300 in factory doubles in Gen 3 based on Worcester getting to like 212, but it'll never be a giant streak. Not like Dome, Tower, and then in Gen 4, Castle. Yeah, I can see 200 happening in Gen 3 singles, but I don't know. 300 just seems like such a massive number of games to not get unlucky in, to never get a bad draft, to never get like double team cucked or Oko cucked with, yeah. I don't know, like the thing is, my Gen 3 doubles PB and my singles PB are very similar. I've got like low hundreds in both. I haven't played a huge amount of Gen 3, but that's roughly where I am in both of them. But there'll be Guma has got to 259 and Worcester got to 212, which makes me think that doubles open level is easier. I don't know. I don't know. I just think I don't find it suspicious, but I remember watching Guma's run because he streamed it obviously, and there were so many games where I'm like, fuck, if you'd missed that overheat, you just lose. Or like there was another game where he just T-waved Zatu and synchronized procced, and then if he got fully paralyzed, he lost. It's just I don't know. There were like a lot of games. It slightly bothered. Not when he mentioned it, it didn't bother me. But it's one of those things where there are a few cases where he didn't even like mention that like he could have missed with Bright Powder and he would have lost. And I'm like, this is a lot of luck. This is a lot of luck. Um, well, I don't want to. I'm not hating on Guma, to be clear. But it's just like it's just it's just rough. Like that's a very long streak. It's like that. I like here's one. I think Gen 4 doubles is horrendous. I've finally got a good doubles run in Gen 4 level 50. I got 87, which I'm really, really pleased about. I don't know how I'll ever beat it. Like my goal is always to try and get 100 in doubles. I just don't think it's possible. And what's weird is that after getting 87, I'm even more convinced that it's never going to happen. Or I'm never going to do it. I think there needs to be a better player than me. And it's the only way I can see someone. I don't think I'm going to ever get 100 Gen 4 doubles. I don't think it'll ever happen.